So if Hillary's really sick and there is a conspiracy to hide it, why would the establishment let her run for president? Why do this? I have a simple thesis, and I hope you'll stick with me here. I have discussed before how Trump and Clinton are very representative of the larger divide going on between the New World Order globalists and the anti-globalists. The majority of Clinton supporters are pretty content, or at least comfortable with the current status quo. They're pretty happy with the direction America is going as a whole, and virtually they're in denial, basically, that anything's really fundamentally wrong with the current order. You know, there might be things they want to improve and things they want to change here and there, but overall, they are happy with the system in general. Okay, whereas the Trump supporters are at least somewhat awake and aware. They recognize the current order is broken, there's corruption, there is problems, and his main platform is that he's going to fix America and make it great again. So you can see how this election was set up to where even anybody even somewhat aware of the truth and the broken nature of our system are stuck with Trump. Either Trump or the current system, that's it. Hypothetically speaking, if Sanders were running against Trump, I think the election would be a lot tighter. The divide wouldn't be as apparent. Because why let Hillary Clinton run? Well, think about this. She is literally the physical manifestation of our broken, corrupt, criminal system. Literally. And not only that, but what other candidate could so perfectly embody the past administrations, Obama and, Clinton, the past several decades virtually. The order that was in control those years. Hillary Clinton, she is perfect for this. Okay? And like I said, the people supporting her, in order to support her, they have to deny the broken nature of both Clinton and the actual current order itself. They're in such denial that after that collapse video, Hillary not having a press conference in, over 280 days and all of this, what's the one question the press wants to ask her? They want to ask her, what did you watch on TV while you were sick? That's, how much denial these people are in. But in my opinion, I think the New World Order globalists allowed Hillary to run and actually wanted her for this spot. She's perfect for it despite being sick, because they knew she was never going to win in the first place. I know that's a bombshell revelation for some of you guys, but they knew she was not going to win to begin with. They've been using her the entire time as a scapegoat for all of the current order's failings. And you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, hold up. The media's got her back. The elite has her back. They're spending billions and billions of dollars to support her. Why would they do that knowing she's not going to win? Well, that's exactly why they are doing it. Think about it. If you realize that the public at large is losing trust in the media, losing trust in the legitimacy of the political system, the economic system, everything, they're losing faith in it. You know this. A way to control them, their thoughts, is by using those things they don't trust to support someone they don't want to win. Okay? If you don't trust the media, you don't trust the legitimacy of it, and then the media is telling you to support Hillary, you're going to be skeptical of that, right? Okay? So the people who support Hillary, the people who are in denial, the New World Order already has them on lockdown, okay? They are controlled already. The people who support Trump, on the other hand, a lot of these people are falling into the trap in this way, because they are using the things that they don't trust to covertly boost Trump's success. And, we have this continuously flooding information. All this sick, evil truths are coming out about all these systems at the same time. So it just works out perfectly to where Trump's able to be this controlled opposition to the current order. He's basically leading the New World Order opposition in order to gain more control over them. So the elites, the New World Order elites, do actually support Trump. However, they're painting this picture the way they are because they know we don't trust them anymore. So why do I know Hillary was never going to win? Because first of all, like I said, that current order is failing. The truth is coming out, and a large number of Americans are not in that Clinton denial. Okay? Additionally, this kind of left-right paradigm we have in America had pretty much ensured that a Republican was going to get the presidency after 8 years of Obama. We basically, it's like a pendulum. We basically swing back and forth, left and right, every 8 years because there's no moderate position. So the only way we can be somewhat moderate is to swing back and forth. And if you notice, as we swing, we're kind of getting further and further out. We're almost to this point in this election here. But also notice that even though it appears like we're getting further and further apart, we're getting more and more divided, it's actually going towards the same goal. Same goal here. The kind of illusion of this false left-right Republican-Democrat paradigm is pretty much fading away. This illusion's pretty much run its course at this point because so many people are awake to the fact that politics, Republicans and Democrats, at least in America, are virtually, two sides of the same coin. When we talk about being conservative or liberal, Republican, Democrat, usually the dividing issues are how much control the government should have over the economy. Republicans tend to think we should be economically more free, Democrats on the other side, versus how much control the government should have over social norms, regulation of drugs, gay marriage, things like that. So at this point in history, this kind of economy thing has pretty much faded away because of our entire global monetary system. Okay, the government has control over the economy, so we can, because of the monetary system and the global nature of it, our financial reserve. So we can basically erase this line because this divide doesn't even exist anymore because we know the government has control. Okay? And now we want to talk about how much control government has over social norms. Well, we've evolved, kind of ticked away as we're pretending to swing back and forth from left to right. What we're actually just doing is going higher and higher on this scale here. I mean, we've evolved to such a point, such a degree, that we aren't questioning, whether we should have a choice and individual freedom to do something, but rather we're debating which side the government should take on an issue. For example, abortion. Okay, we're not arguing should, the government even take a stand on this issue. No, what we're arguing about is should the government take a pro-life stance or should they take a pro-choice stance? Well, some people like me might say, well, isn't the better question, why is should the government even be able to take a stance? Well, and then think of other issues like, gay marriage, these transgender bathrooms, these laws and regulations about what your child can eat and bring what kinds of foods they can bring to school. So if you want to talk about this scale, we're up here too. So somewhere way up here and over here. So the real political divide does not even really exist, and a lot of people are waking up to that anyway, and that's why they had to make it a divide against the New World Order globalist current order versus Trump, because they realize people are waking up to the fact that there's no real difference between the Republican and Democratic parties the way they are now. So the true political spectrum looks really more like this. Okay, basically, the amount of government power is the main and true political spectrum. Most people are still caught up thinking that we're a democracy in America. They don't even realize that we actually are already at this point here. Hillary represents this current order. She appeals to the people who, are either comfortable with this or maybe they still believe we're over here. Either way, they are okay, so to speak. They're in denial. They are going to pretty much go along with whatever. But Trump, where does he fit in? And I'm going to tell you, he represents this. That's why so many Clinton supporters are afraid of a Trump presidency. They say he's going to be like a dictator. There's plenty of people who even don't support Hillary who would rather not vote for Trump, rather vote for anybody else just out of fear. And even for Trump supporters, I want to ask you this. If you really truly believe that this man can, come into office and completely change the system, bypass the group that is in control, but at the same time not actually decrease the government power, then what is that? Okay? So people today are actually being deceived into begging for this just to escape this. They're begging for this just to escape this because they have no other true choice. So in my opinion, that's why Hillary is running despite being sick, because A, they don't care. The New World Order doesn't care that she's sick, and B, because they need her, she's the perfect punching bag, scapegoat for the current order, because they are ready to move on to the next phase. And even though it appears on the surface that Trump isn't part of the order, he's a quote-unquote outsider, and I don't buy into that. I definitely think he's controlled opposition who is furthering the New World Order agenda by capitalizing on all these truths that are coming out. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, share. Let me know. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great night.